I want to ask you about Afghanistan. I'm sure you've got a long history over the past 20 years, the war that's gone on. I watched most of the footage wherever I could over the weekend from foreign news sources predominantly when they were live on the ground. People said it would take months and months, if ever, for Kabul to fall. President Biden said only in July it wouldn't happen, not inevitable, blah, blah, blah. Well, it happened in a matter of hours. A lot of people in the US are saying that this withdrawal, I know he didn't make the first decision, but certainly he managed the withdrawal, historic blunder by Biden. What do you think?
First of all, yes, Peter. I was in Washington on September 11. I was there with John Howard and George Bush soon committed American troops to Afghanistan, and Australia followed suit. And let's remember that Afghanistan was the good war. It was the war against terror. There were no arguments. There were no protests. It was considered the right thing to do to go after Osama bin Laden. Not so the war in Iraq. But what happened was the Australians went in, the Allies went in, all of them went in, and of course they suppressed and expelled the Taliban. Osama bin Laden was killed. And this argument, oh yes, he was killed a decade ago. Yes, but what's happened since was that the Allies decided to try and protect the people of Afghanistan. And I remember being in Kabul and seeing little girls with their backpacks on going to school and people saying what a great thing this was. Well, what's happened now with the US administration? Yes, I agree, the US wanted them to go out. But the handling of this withdrawal, it's making it look like the withdrawal from Moscow. To set a date in advance when you're dealing with an enemy and then to strike a separate peace with that enemy without involving the Afghanistan people and government meant that the spirit left Afghanistan. And this is what has happened. This unprecedented speed of the collapse of Afghanistan. We've seen the return now already to atrocities. It will only get worse. And President Biden has made a big mistake. And I want to know, where is Vice President Kamala about the impact on the women of colour in Afghanistan?
You can't rely on the left to stand up for women when they need it. I have to say that as a woman myself. Dennis, I'll talk to someone who was born in Afghanistan a little later in the show. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Peter.